Hi, I'm Barry. Welcome. I was a retired electrician after 40 years, and I spent the last 2 years sitting in a recliner thinking, is this all there is in life? Did they open the gates and let me out the pasture? And now what am I supposed to do? And I sort of went into a depression because I thought, I was going to go do this and spend all this time in the garden doing that. And the reality came that I lived a life of lazy boy recliner and binge watching reruns of Gilligan's Island. And I was like, there's got to be more to life than this. So I went on a mission to try to seek out my passion. And that's what I encourage you to do. Maybe you're in the same situation or you're getting ready to retire. So here's my little advice to you, like you can take it or leave it, but this is what helped me, is when you have a plan, find something. It doesn't have to be quilting, it can be anything, but have a plan that when you retire that you can change. You can, I set out to do one thing and then went a whole different direction. If you'd asked me 6 months ago, told me that I was going to start a quilting channel, I'd have told you it's crazy. But I went on a mission to find something that piqued my interest, kept me occupied, and that I enjoyed. And I found out that quilting has fulfilled all my requirements, believe it or not, and I love it. So I just want to reinforce that to you. If you're retired or if you're getting ready to retire, try to find a passion and just live out your best life. So that's what I hope this channel is a little bit of encouragement to you to try to seek out and live your best life. And mine so far is quilting. So having said that, I want to show you what I've been working on. I've been working on this thing called I bought this at a like a flea market at a quilt show. It is the Creative Grid Scrappy 6 ruler template, and I bought it for $2. Now these things are, if you go out and buy them, they're like $32. But I'm going to tell you what, I would go out and buy this myself now that I know what I did, because I enjoy this. But here's my question to you. If you are a quilter, have you ever made mistakes? And what is your worst mistake that you've made quilting? And comment, besides watching this channel. What's the worst mistake that you've ever made? And I'm going to tell you mine. This is the quilt that I've been working on, and I'm really liking it. But it didn't start out this way. I went and got... and I still have them here. I went and made these 1-inch sashings, and I got tons of them. I went through and literally sewed a sashing against each block for this whole thing. That was mistake number one. And when I went to join it, and then I made some long strips to put them down this way. When I went to join them, I don't have the skill set yet enough to make them come out even. So I'd have one row would be here and the next row would be here. And maybe you've dealt with that. And I tried to unstitch it and try to move it over, and then it would come out here, and then it might be over here. And I've not learned the skills necessarily to get all my rows even. So out of frustration, me and Mr. Seam Ripper spent maybe a day, maybe 2 days, and I took all that off, all of it. So that I'm still finding little fiber for strings from my Seam Ripper. They're all over here. I have to dust or whatever to get rid of it. But anyways, I ended up taking all the blocks apart, cleaning them up, repressing them all. I sewed them all together, and I'm so loving that I did that. That is the best decision I did on this Got rid of the little sashings, just sewed them all together. And the thing I love about this pattern here is these scrappy designs, they hide a lot of flaws. So if you're new to quilting, I suggest that maybe a scrappy quilt be one thing that you work on, because it hides a lot of defects that you might have. So that was the first big mistake. I don't know if it was a mistake, but it was a learning curve that I learned that maybe this 1-inch sashing, number one, is probably too small for me to do. Number two, I need to really practice on lining these up. And I think I found out from my last quilt a solution was putting cornerstones. When I put cornerstones in, that helped me match up the rows a lot better. That way I had a guide to help me with. So maybe that'll help somebody out there. Maybe put, when I mean cornerstones, that's just like if this was a 1-inch block, I'd have a little 1-inch by 1-inch different colored block that I would put on the very corner, right in the middle here. That would help guide that. So that's the way I did it the last time. My second mistake that I made is miscalculating how many I needed. I think I figured out to make a full-size quilt, this one, because I was going to give this to either my son or my grandsons, I needed 60 of these blocks. Well, I made 60 of them, and according to this little chart that I have, let's see, I got this little chart from a quilt shop that I had. They said that full is 72 by 90. And I know that every measurement I've ever heard on full and queen sizes are different. But I'm going by this guideline, 72 by 90. This came up about 2 foot wide too short and about 18 inches too tall. I'm short. So here's my dilemma. I know this was a scrappy quilt, but I used the same fabrics over and over and over for this, and now I'm out of fabric. So now what do? I'm out of fabric. My quilt's not big enough, and I've been at a dilemma. So I went back, and I got all this fabric for free, by the way, from my community center. I say free, but yeah, pretty much free. So what do? I went back there a couple days ago to try to find out if they had any more of this. And I went through everything to see if I could find more of this fabric, and there wasn't any. So what I ended up doing was finding some, these are mostly blues and maybe some grays. So I went and found a whole bunch of different fabrics, and some of it was this like polka dot blue. But I'm like, this polka dot blue is not going to be matching this stuff. Or I've got some of these, let me see here. Oh, I'm going to show you all my piles of fabrics. I've been mindlessly cutting these templates, but I have this color and this, they don't, well, this one matches. But basically, I don't have the same colors. I don't say I have the same patterns. And I thought if I just start sewing those right along the sides of this, it's going to look a little wonky. That's one of my favorite words now, wonky. So what I've decided to do, you tell me yay or nay. I went out and started making half square triangles. And I'm just mindlessly quilting half square triangles. And so my plan is I'm going to put this all around the border, all the way around this, and then this polka dot blue will match in with hopefully what I have left of this blue, and then I can take this blue and incorporate it outside. So that's what I'm going to do. But I learned a lesson. One, make sure you have enough fabric if you're going to do a scrappy quilt like that. Make sure you have enough fabric to do everything you need to do, or you're going to have to incorporate more different types of designs in there, so you'll have more to make do what you want to do. So that's I'm up to suggestions, but that's my, after thinking about this for 2 days, I'm thinking I'm going to put this as a, like, I don't know what you call a sub border. It's not the outside. I'm not going to do an outside border, I don't think. I'm just going to do this, which is 4 inches finished, and then these blocks, which is going to be these are 6 inches, so that's going to be 12 and 12, and 4 is going to give me 16. I might have to do 3 rows of blocks to get my 24 that I'm shy on the sides, and then maybe 2 blocks high to get me what I need on the top. Anyways, anything close. But I wanted to show you this template. If you do buy this Scrap Crazy 6, which I'm proud to be a sponsor. No, I'm not a sponsor. I'm just kidding. I just wanted to show you, if you did buy this rule, I found out that a 7.5-inch piece of material is the best way to get all your patterns in one piece of fabric without the least amount of waste. And then I found out if I just come through here and cut it like this, separate it. Oh, and you almost, this little circular mat is, or square mat that rotates, is so helpful when you do this, that you can just slice all these, move them to the side, and then you just sit here. And I found out, and here's a tip for you that maybe you know how to do this, maybe you don't, maybe you can tell me that I'm stupid, but I have found out that if you start out way out here and you go in, I have hit my templates more than not. But what I've been doing is putting my blade up against the template, roll back, and then forward, and I found out my cuts are a lot cleaner. I mess up a lot less, and I don't hit my ruler as much. So maybe that'll help somebody, but it's helped me. I'm learning. But I can sit here. I've been watching Columbo on my computer, and that's one of the TV shows where you don't actually have to watch it. You can listen to it. Or, you know, like a lot of people say they listen to podcasts. I have an Audible account. I listen to Audible a lot. I can sit here mindlessly. And you know what? I feel like it's like a 2-for-1. I get to watch the TV shows that I want to watch, and I still don't have to feel guilty about not doing anything. So I'm just going through here and show you what I've been learning. And Dave from Dave's Craft Room holds his rotary cutter like this, and I tried it, and I sort of like it. I know that's probably not the correct way, but am I done? Oh, get this one here. There you go. So then after that, you got, I feel like I'm being more, and you could do multiples of these at the same time, multiple layers at the same time. Oops, I didn't get this one here. This never happens to me. I'm kidding. There's another one. I should quit talking and just do. There you go. And then I just take all this scrap. And let me ask you this. What do you do with all this, all your leftover pieces? Somebody mentioned something about making filling for pillows. Do you do that? I'm interested in what you do with all your scrap leftovers. Right now I'm throwing it away, but maybe I should save it for something. Because, you know, that's another thing that I didn't know about quilting. You get a lot of leftover scraps. So, anyways, that's it for my video today. I'm just letting you show you my mistake that turned out to be pretty good in the end. I'm trying to make a makeshift solution with my half square triangle. And the reason I'm using the half square triangles is to try to divide up the patterns, you know, sort of as a, and I want to make it look like I did this on purpose when I didn't. And that's why another thing I enjoy about quilting is that there is no rules. You can do whatever you want to do. And I learned a lot from this quilt. So the next time I do one, I'm going to actually count these blocks. So I know I plan on making all my two grandsons and my son one of these quilts. My son, though, he saw this one. He said he liked it, but he wished he would let me pick out the fabrics. So we're gonna make a trip to the fabric store, and I'm gonna say, pick it out. And then no, I don't want to hear you complain. So, but I couldn't complain about free, so I might keep this one for myself. Again, go out and find your passion. I don't care if it's quilting. Just don't sit home, get in a rut, get depressed, and think, is this all there is in life? And you don't have to go out. I know a lot of people that can't even go out. But find something in your home that you enjoy to do, and don't get in a rut. Don't get in depressed, and go out and live your passion. Go out and make memories. That's what I always say. Even if it's by yourself, go out and make lasting memories that you can look back on and smile and say, you know, I'm glad I did that. And I will see you later. Bye.